Joining me here in Mission Control Houston, a man who knows a thing or two about spending a lot of time in space, the current U.S. record holder for most time ever, NASA astronaut Mike Fincke. And Mike, first off, thanks so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
And Dan, it's always great to be here. It's always great to be at Mission Control Center, and it's always great to get a chance to share some of our real-time story with our great NASA TV watchers.
Absolutely. Now, so the first time you flew on station back in 2004, you actually got to fly with Gennady Padalka. Now, first off, how do you think he's feeling right now? You spent a lot of time with him. How do you think he's feeling about breaking this milestone?
Yeah, that was awesome. Gennady and I were backup crew on Expedition 4, and then with the Challenger disaster, we reshuffled crews several times, and we ended up being exactly where we were supposed to. We flew on Expedition 9, launching in 2004, and it was just Gennady's feeling right now. He's feeling like he always does when he's up in space. He's where he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's an awesome feeling where you just wake up in the morning and say, I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And I know Gennady's really happy. But I do remember we're on the rocket. We just got into space, and myself and Andre Kalpers, we flew together on this mission up here, and then Gennady and I had stayed on Expedition 9. And Gennady, Andre and I were like, hey, we're in space. We're so happy. I mean, it's a visceral joy. I mean, and Gennady's there. Oh man, I'm doing this again, because this is his second. This is his second mission, and I feel when I launched on my second mission in the Soyuz, once we got into space, I knew exactly how he felt. It's like, oh, now I know what Gennady felt.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're doing this again. But Gennady is up there. He spent a lot of time. He's where he's supposed to be. He's an awesome space station commander.
Now, Padalka, not only a veteran on the International Space Station, he actually flew on Mir too. So when he was there for your first flight, was he a good mentor? Was he, showing the ropes to the newbies? Was he great to have, on that first flight?
He's the best to have. He's the best newbie trainer, wrangler in the whole world. He had a lot of experience on Space Station Mir, which was different than Space Station. So we both learned station together, but the whole business of living in space, how to eat, how to shave, how to do all these things, he showed me. And then I tried to show it on to my next cruise. But the best, if you're a new guy or gal going to go fly in space, the guy you want to fly with is Gennady Padalka. He's the greatest Obi-Wan ever.
So you went on to command Expedition 18. Did you take any of those lessons with you?
Absolutely. I watched how Gennady shared the new flight with us, me and Kalpers, when we flew on the Soyuz, how we adapted to flying in space, and how to be efficient during a mission. So when when we got aboard for Expedition 18, I tried to do what would Gennady do in this case, and
have a little bracelet. What would Gennady do?
WWGD, something like that. I should have, but all in Cyrillic, of course, right?
Yeah.
So, but no, Gennady had a lot of patience, and anytime I would mess up, he'd just say, "Hey, don't do that again," or something like that, and it was great. We shared a lot of experience spacewalking in Russian spacesuits. So on Expedition 18, when we went out, I went out with Yuri Lanchikov, who was his first spacewalk. And so I kind of tried to take the same role, very respectfully, because Yuri was the lead spacewalker, but I kind of showed him a few of the tricks that Gennady showed me. So that's the nice thing, is that Gennady's legacy is spread out throughout the Cosmonaut Corps and the Astronaut Corps.
And we actually have a really cool moment. So you guys were back-to-back space station commanders. You commanded 18, and then he came on and commanded 19. What was that like for you?
Oh man, that was like one of the deepest, coolest moments of my space life.
Yeah.
Because it meant a lot to me. I mean, I was hoping that Gennady was proud of me. I was hoping, I tried to show that I learned from him on Expedition 9 how to be a good commander, so that when we passed it on, from Expedition 18 to 19, I gave him a ship that was better than we started with. It was in ship shape. It was clean. Everything was organized, and I knew that he and Expedition 19 and then Expedition 20 would be able to get their mission done a little bit better for the hard work that the Expedition 18 crew did.
And so Padalka went on to command Expedition 32. He's the commander right now on Expedition 44. He's commanded 4 space station expeditions, so he has more commands of the space station. He now has more days in space all time than anybody. What do you think his legacy is going to be, for the space station program and for human spaceflight in general?
That's a great question. I think on so many different levels. So on one level, on the personal level, Gennady has shown us that you can be a a commander that brings out the best in people. And how he's done that, he's shared that now with 4 space station crews, not to mention his Mir crew. And I think that's helped us as Americans and as fellow professionals to to take notes from the Gennady's playbook. So that's one legacy. Gennady's also very good about understanding the importance of the international part of the International Space Station. He's definitely a man of planet Earth, not just a Russian for Russia.
Yep.
He's taught us how to be think in the literally the global big picture, right? So Gennady's been very good about that, and he represents, I think, some of the best of our planet Earth. And then finally, I mean, just being up there that long, his medical data, the things that we're learning from him are going to help us, on our journey to Mars, right? As NASA, as we as internationals partnerships go to Mars, Gennady's data will help us understand the effects of space flight for 800 and something days. And every day Gennady's up there, he's making a new record, getting more data.
All right. Well, again, NASA astronaut Mike Fincke, our most veteran astronaut. Big congratulations to Gennady Padalka on breaking the record. I assume this might be his last flight. You never know with him. We'll see. But yeah, big congratulations. And Mike, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Dan, thanks for having me on. And y'all are watching NASA TV.